There are Kenyans who watch you, Your Excellency, and I don't know whether you are aware that they don't trust what you say. They don't believe what you say. Are you aware, Your Excellency, for example, that a lot of Kenyans increasingly don't associate the truth with you?
That is your assessment, because you have never associated the truth with me from the beginning.
No, there's quite a number of Kenyans.
No, I mean, that is your...
On Sunday evening, President William Ruto called for a round-table interview at the State House with journalists, namely Eric Latif of KTN, Linus Kaikai of Citizen TV, and Joe Ageyo of NTV to address the pressing matters that Kenyans have been longing to hear an answer from their president. Now, this was a wholesome interview that has brought mixed feelings from Kenyans after President Ruto gave some unexpected and shocking answers following questions from the journalist and also into some sensitive matters. However, now from the interview, many Kenyans were impressed by one journalist in particular, and that is Citizen TV's Linus Kaikai. Now, Linus Kaikai confronted the president with so much brave, and he made President Ruto really look for his answers in the most difficult way. And I'll just take you through some of the tweets that Kenyans have made following that impressive interview from Linus Kaikai. And there's one, Omwamba, who says, "Dear Linus Kaikai of Citizen TV, accept our apologies. We were not familiar with your game." And also, you also remember that prior to this interview, after the posters were posted, there were many people who are saying that Citizen TV should replace Linus Kaikai in the team going to State House with Abdikadir. You remember now, Abdikadir is that journalist who went viral after asking President Ruto a very tricky question during his trip to the United States of America. Now, Linus Kaikai, however, made it to the roundtable interview today and has impressed Kenyans really much. I'll continue with the tweets here. Another Citizen TV banger journalist, Linus Kaikai, is a goat. Now, among the questions, I'll maybe take you through some of the questions that Linus Kaikai asked President Ruto, and there's one particularly where he asked him, and I quote, "There are Kenyans who watch you, and I don't know whether you are aware that they don't trust and believe in what you say. Are you aware that a lot of Kenyans increasingly don't associate the truth with you?" End of quote. Yes, so those are some of the questions. He was also the person who asked about the 12-year-old boy who got shot with 8 bullets. I guess it was in Rongai. He asked this, and I quote, "What would you say to the mother of the 12-year-old boy shot with 8 bullets?" Yes, those are some of the questions. It is important. There's another tweet here from Mabili who says, "It's important to tell Linus Kaikai, Joe Ageyo, and Eric Latif, thank you for being honest with President Ruto. I was very skeptical of this exercise, but it's clear that they went to State House with the interest of Kenyans of the Kenyan people at heart." Now, these are just some of the praises that Linus Kaikai has received from this interview, and being able to stand up in front of the president and tell him some of those things face to face has really made Kenyans proud of the interview. Now, of course, Kenyans have their mixed reaction to this interview. People feel that Ruto did not do justice responding to the question of the Githurai massacre. Now, remember, reports from the commission that is in charge of doing the research in Kenya said that at least 20 people died after the police opened fire on the evening of Tuesday in Githurai during the protest now. And Ruto says that those reports were false, and actually BBC did an interview and reported that only one person died in Githurai. Yeah, so you can really understand the frustrations from Kenyans considering what President Ruto what President Ruto was responding to the question. And now you can clearly now understand why Kenyans are still pushing, or especially the Gen Z are still pushing for the protest to continue next week. Now you remember that the protests that were in the previous weeks were against the finance bill, but now it seems like the Gen Z are now pushing for the removal of President William Ruto from office. Yes, so that is what is happening now on X most especially, and I would like to know what's your take on what President Ruto said in that roundtable interview at the State House. Please comment down below and I'll be sure to check them out. Thank you so much, guys.
There are Kenyans who watch you, Your Excellency, and I don't know whether you are aware that they don't trust what you say. They don't believe what you say. Are you aware, Your Excellency, for example, that a lot of Kenyans increasingly don't associate the truth with you?
That is your assessment because you have never associated the truth with me from the beginning.
No, there's quite a number of Kenyans.
No, I mean, that is your
assessment.
We asked people before we came here.
That is your assessment.
Yeah.
And many of those that responded to me directly and to even our platforms, on KTN News, on Spice FM, on NTV, on Citizen, and we were asking them, what question should we ask the president this evening? And the one thing that many of them were saying is, when will he stop lying? So it's not Linus.
Can he tell us the truth this time?
Let me say the following. I told the people of Kenya that I would reduce the prices of fertilizer from 7,000 to 2,500. I don't know how that is a lie, because they buy it at 2,500.
Okay.
I told the people of Kenya we're going to have a housing program. A housing program is underway in Kenya. I can tell you, Linus, that whether you believe me or not, facts will not change.
Yeah. And
facts are not changed by who says it.
And allow me to step back a bit, Your Excellency.
And facts are very stubborn.
Allow me to step back a bit.
Yes.
And what I'll do is we'll play clips. Just this boy, 12-year-old, took 8 bullets into the body of a 12-year-old boy. What would you tell the mother of that boy?
That boy is alive, right?
No, it's not.
Kennedy Onyango died.
He's died.
So he's the one who died?
Yes.
So you're not talking about the person who was shot with rubber bullets?
No.
No.
Yeah?
Shot with bullets 8 times.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
In Ngong, this is the situation in Ngong, right? In Ngong, there was an incident where the police were overpowered by criminals. They took a firearm from the police. They used that firearm against people. And one policeman had to shoot this fellow who had hijacked a gun from a policeman so that not to endanger the lives of more citizens.